we really do have to talk about how dating culture is rooted in rape culture. And if you haven't looked at my last one of my last, because I'm not sure when I'm going to put this out, if you haven't looked at one of my last reels where I'm talking about being on Instagram and coming across the post where a man, just playfully said, it's crazy how you could go from slapping it on a woman's tongue to thinking to yourself like, damn, how did we get here? And it was a woman who stitched the video and she said, yeah, like you were kind to me. You were sweet. You made me feel seen. You made me feel safe. And I was thinking like I was going to see no really like bad negative feedback in the comment section until I came across a comment from a man alluding to women being easy because we do these things with men who are all of the above, right? Sweet, kind, make us feel safe, and all of the things. I think this is probably and this is where I feel like the lines are kind of like blurred, right? Because men perform so much. It's one or two things. Men either perform so much they believe that most men are pieces of shit and think like, damn, all I have to do is pretend to make you want to do those particular kind of things. Or men are just so genuinely dense that they think like it's just a bunch of people, or not people, it's just a bunch of men out here just being nice to us and we just giving it out. Like, to be honest with you, if you really paying attention to a man, it's very seldom that you come across a kind and a safe man simultaneously. You could get a man to perform niceties. You can see him in a particular kind of light, but it takes time and attention to see if somebody is safe. And like I said in the reel, right? In most cases, men think they are having sex to you. They think that they're having sex to you. They don't think that they're having sex with you. It's like you're an inanimate object. You're not a person. So it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this girl. I'm gonna beat her down. I'm gonna beat her doonies down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get all in her guts. I'm gonna kill her shit. All of this destructive language, might I add, right? And it's a time and place for that. I'm not here to kink shame. You know what I'm saying? Everybody likes a good slutting out every once in a blue moon and shit like that. But you don't have to use that particular kind of language or think in that particular kind of way all the time. And I say that most men's idea of dating is rooted in rape culture because men feel like there should be a bit of resistance between him and a woman. One, because he thinks that she should perform in order to gain his respect and keep it. And two, he thinks that the more resistance you have against him and him trying to pursue you, the more he feels like, oh, this is worth the catch. This is worth the chase. It doesn't matter if a woman is sleeping with you on day 100 or day 1. If you're having sex with that woman, you should just respect her and her body. Because why? She's sharing it with you. Men think other men are so unclean that they'll start to create these different like scenarios in their mind, right? Say a woman does have sex with a man on a first date. A man's automatic, him being as dense as he is, he thinks there's no possible way that she could just like me for real. There's no way that we could have vibed so motherfucking hard and she could have just broken her rules, or maybe she just doing something out of the normal and she just like, fuck it. Like, I'm thinking the chemistry is so good. I just want to have sex with this man. He don't think and most niggas don't think that they're that special. Most niggas think, oh, she does this with everybody. And regardless if she's either or, if she's sharing her body with you, you shouldn't then think in your mind, this nasty ass bitch. Because there y'all go policing coochies again. If y'all are two consensual adults who agree to have sex and it's safe, then what the fuck is the problem? Y'all hate when women are sexually explorative or sexually fluid and want to take you up on your offer. Y'all feel like, nah, I don't want it if it's that easy. You don't want sex with a woman, or you couldn't even see yourself being in a relationship with a woman who really didn't have to think twice about her attraction to you. And it's different reasons for different shit. Like, I think particularly if you're looking along the lines of having a hookup with somebody, that's more something where you're making a quick decision off of surface level shit. But obviously, if you're looking to be in a relationship with somebody, yeah, 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10. You know, sometimes shit happens. Sometimes you're in a moment, you vibing, it is what it is, whatever, right? But if you're looking to be in a relationship with somebody, that would take time to study them and to do all of the things. The thing with men is that they don't know how to tell themselves no. Men are so desperate for every single sexual opportunity, even if in their mind they're like, you know what? I want to refrain from having sex with you because I really want to get to know you to see if I like you. They'll still fuck you anyway and then feel some type of way about you later, which is such a fucking oxymoron. Because all you have to tell that woman is, no, I really want to get to know you. I want to fill you out first. I want to see what's up with you. But instead, you see that woman as disposable. Like, y'all have to understand, like, we are humans with hormones as well. Sometimes they're raging wild. Sometimes we just be wanting to fuck something too. And it's okay. It's okay to see a woman as a human being with kind of the same kind of hormones and shit that you got and say, you know what? She probably is a little teed up, but we could draw back a little bit. Because I don't want this to just be a quick thing between me and you. I want this to be something substantial. And that's completely fair. And if you're dealing with a mature woman, she gonna be like, you know what? I actually respect that. Let's get to know each other. And then y'all get to know each other. But dating is it's rooted so much in rape culture. Men are taught that you should be pursuing to conquer and take from that woman. It's so damn predatory, a man will use deception. He will tell you that he wants to be in a relationship with you. He will tell you that his intention is to make sure that you're safe and to take care of you and do all of the motherfucking things and then get you and then play you. Knowing the whole time he didn't mean any of that shit. When he could have easily went with a woman who would have had sex with him easier. Or who would have had sex with him just off of just physical attraction alone. But like I said, some niggas are so predatory, that's not good enough for them. They feel like, nah, I got to take it the whole 9. I got to get her feelings invested. Because if I don't have her in this particular kind of way, it just don't hit the same. You know how weird that shit is? For you to lie and to pretend to want a certain kind of thing in order to have a woman in the kind of state where she's just like, you know, well, maybe I should back off a little bit. You know, it's like I said, y'all got to look into the Madonna whore complex. Y'all have to look, like I said in a post, I know you niggas don't read, but please look into the Madonna whore complex. Men sometimes feel like if they see you in a sexual way, they can't humanize you. And if they have already humanized you, they don't want to do anything too crazy with you sexually because they don't believe that you could be you can't be the same simultaneously. You can't be both a whore and a woman of moral character at the same time. When you absolutely fucking can. We are biologically wired with the same kind of hormones that you all have. I'm not saying the exact same, but like, we all have that animalistic instinct where we be like, yeah, I want to fuck. And we also have it within us to be like, yo, I would also want to get to know this person as well. Y'all got to unpack that shit. Y'all gotta unpack why it gives you an adrenaline rush to be so fucking predatory. Why that gets your rocks off? Why being deceptive gets your rocks off so bad when there is plenty of women out here who will fuck you at the drop of a hat just off of just attraction alone? You gotta ask yourself, why doesn't that do anything for you? Why does being deceptive and dealing with a woman who doesn't necessarily take that route, who wants to wait until she's in a relationship, who wants to wait until she gets to know somebody a little bit better, for you to then get in bed with her, have sex with her, enjoy her body, just to treat her like some regular bitch? Why do y'all do that? Unpack that shit. I'm so serious when I say that. Y'all gotta unpack that internalized misogyny and that sexism. It's doing y'all bad. You don't feel like you're good enough just to be desired off of a physical attraction alone, or just an emotional attraction or a spiritual attraction alone. You then have to carry on lies and get with certain kind of women who you know only want monogamy, who you know only are going to give it up to you once you get in a relationship with them, versus the women who are out here single, free, doing their fucking thing, who would gladly have sex with you. And that makes you turn up your nose at the same women who are giving you safe and consensual sex. What's wrong with y'all? I'm so serious. Unpack that. I don't give a fuck if you got to go to a therapist. I don't give a fuck if you got to ask one of these gurus online. Ask. Try to figure out what is that coming from. Because it's not normal. The threat against women, the number one threat against women is a man. The number one threat. And I'm talking about all threats of violence. Physical, emotional, financial, spiritual, all of the fucking things. The number one threat is a fucking man. So naturally, we have to take some precautions a lot of times. But like I said, sometimes the vibes is there. The night is right. Right? Pheromones is in the air. You feel like doing something disgusting. And as long as two people agree to go down that road, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, it's not my steez at this point in my life. Maybe in my 20s, my thought pattern was a little bit different. But I'm a lot more cautious because I understand that having sex with a man is not at all casual. Not on my big old age. It's just not. And it ain't that I want to handcuff a nigga down. And it ain't that I want to, police his body and he police mine. No. I am just trying to have some of the safest experiences as possible. And if I could mitigate the risk of me coming in contact with an STD or an STI or getting pregnant, that's the safest route for me. So I like a man who is a little bit more reserved, who's a little bit more disciplined, who cares about who he puts onto his body and whose body he's going into. The same girl that you would have sex with on day 1 should get the same respect as a woman that you would have sex with on day 100. Neither of them is different. What did I say in the last video? Same destination, different route. It doesn't fucking matter. Have respect for the people that you laying down with. I even be turning my nose up at niggas who be like, yeah, I be out here fucking hoes. What? How you out here fucking? You paying them? I mean, cause in that sense, yeah, you would be out here fucking hoes. But if you ain't breaking bread, nigga, you out here fucking women who want to fuck you. Congratulations. You better be happy you're getting that. There's no reason why you have to then go degrade people who you are sharing consensual experiences with. Y'all gotta get the fuck out of that mentality, because it's making y'all, at y'all big grown age, it's making y'all look stupid as fuck. And don't come across a woman like me, because like I said, I'm the kind of person who needs to get to know how a nigga think before I even give him my body. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So yeah, y'all do what y'all want with this information. If you a nigga, seek the help. Unpack some of that shit and figure out what is your attraction to wanting to be deceptive and conquer women instead of experiencing them like you should. Nobody's saying you got to be a saint. Nobody's saying that you got to be out here wilding. But ask yourself, what is that all about?